Today it is estimated that there are about 3,000 endangered languages worldwide. It is predicted that if nothing is done now to help protect and revitalize these languages, that none of them will be spoken by the end of the century. The LifeSpark App Builder has been created to help language revitalization efforts around the world. The App Builder allows you to quickly and easily create apps and app modules for mobile devices. The video tutorial will show you how to use the LifeSpark App Builder to create your own app modules. After first logging into your account at lifespark.app, you will be asked to create a new project. Fill in the details of your project, and click the Create Project button. You will now see your project listed. Click on your project to take you to your main project page. Once in your project, you will want to upload any resources that your project will need. Resources include both pictures and audio files. Before uploading your resources, it is a good idea to resize them with a program such as GIMP for images or Audacity for audio. Creating smaller resources allows users with limited space or bandwidth to more easily download your app. Check out our user guides for more information on how to use these programs. When your files are ready to upload, you can select the Upload Resources tab under the Resources section. Click Choose Files and select the files you want. After selecting your files, the names of them will show up in green, indicating that they are ready to be uploaded. Press the Proceed to Step 2 button. You will now need to add details for each of the resources. In the very least, you will need to specify a friendly name for each one of them. You can type a name for each resource, or you can click on the Auto All button to automatically assign a friendly name to all of your resources. Fill in any licensing details that you wish to add, and proceed through each of the files by clicking the Next Resource button. You may copy the licensing details from your previous resources by clicking the Copy Previous Licensing Details button. Once you have entered all the details, you can press the Upload Resources button. Once your pictures and audio files have been successfully uploaded, you will be able to view them under the View Resources tab. You can edit any of your resource details by clicking on a resource and modifying its properties in the right sidebar. You may now return to the main project page and begin adding activities and menus. To add an activity, expand the Activities folder in the left sidebar. Click Add New Activity and add details for this activity. Two of the activity types that you can add include a dictionary and a slider. The dictionary displays multiple words on a single page, whereas a slider will display one word per slide. Let's create a slider activity. The activity title is a category of the activity you are creating. The language categories are the names of the languages that you want represented in your app. You can specify up to 3 languages, but we will just use 2. You can now see our newly created activity in the left sidebar. If I click on it, its properties show up in the right sidebar. I can now add the individual items to my activity by clicking on the Create New Item button. Let's add our first item. In the first 2 boxes, we can put the Cree and English text. Now select an image and an audio file to go with your text. Click Save. We can continue to add items and navigate between them with the arrow keys as shown here. We've now created our first activity. Once you have created one or more activities, you can add them to a menu. If I expand the Menus folder in the left sidebar, you will notice that there is already a menu called Main Menu. If I click on that, its properties will open in the right sidebar. I can change the name of the menu to suit my project. In this case, I will call it Swampy Cree. I can specify colors, a background image, and the default icon style for my menu links. I can also add a splash screen. A splash screen is an image that is displayed for a certain number of seconds before your menu is displayed. This is especially useful to add to your very first menu, as it can help to introduce your project by displaying the project name and logo. To create a menu link, you can click the Create New Link button. You can add a label, a link, and an icon. If you do not have a picture to use as your icon, a default icon will be used. Menus can link to other menus, to activities, or other screens such as credit screens. After adding the link details, be sure to click Save. Since we created only one activity, we only need to add one menu link. We are almost ready to publish our app, but first we need to specify a start screen for our project. The start screen indicates the starting point of your project. It is usually the main menu, but you can also use an activity as a starting point if you do not wish to have a menu system. Let's select our main menu and then click Save. Lastly, we want to verify our project before publishing it. Verification helps to determine whether there are any issues that we should deal with before we publish our project. Click the Verify Project button and deal with any issues that need to be dealt with. It is not required that you fix all issues to publish your project. When you are ready to publish your project, click the Publish tab. Before creating a publicly available app, you must first publish a test app to make sure your language module is working the way you expect it to. On the Test Apps page, click Add Container. A container represents a published app that will be displayed in the LifeSpark mobile app. For test apps, a passcode is also required. You will see the container created with your project information inside of it. This also means that your project is now available in the LifeSpark developer app. Whenever you make changes to your project, you can use the upgrade link in the container to reflect those changes. If you are making a completely new project, you will most likely want to create a new container. To see your test app in action, go to your mobile device and download the LifeSpark developer app from the App Store. You will notice when the app first starts, it says there are currently no language sets. We will need to install our test app on our device before we can use it. Click the Choose Language Set button. Click the Install tab. Find your app and click on it. Then click Install. You will be asked for a password. This is a password that you specified when you were creating your project container. After your module is installed, you will notice that it says Installed in the bottom right corner of the description box. If you click on the box again, you have the option to remove the module from your device. This is useful if you have a lot of modules installed and are running out of space on your device. Removing any unused modules will free up your needed space. If you return to the Select screen, you are able to select the module that you want to interact with. In this case, we only have one module installed, so it has been selected by default as indicated by the green check mark. Return to the home screen. You will notice that our module is now available. Click the Enter button. You will now see the main menu. This is the main menu that we created in our project. You can now look at the different sections and make sure that they work the way you expect them to. It is important to get some other testers to look at the module on their devices as well. Once you have verified that your module is working great, you can return to the LifeSpark.app website and publish it for everyone to see. That concludes the demonstration. If you have any questions, feel free to send us a message or comment. Remember, the LifeSpark App Builder is a useful tool to help in the language revitalization process. It should never take the place of dedicated parents, teachers, and elders.